that should be done. Now, today, we are trying to bring these people to your doorstep so that they can actually give you something better to take home. All right. Now, in Solution Dreamers Network, we present to you Expose It with Mr. Egalitarian, where we'll give you business, career, entrepreneurship, leadership and mentorship, relationship and family, culture and tradition. By then, we believe that when you get these things to yourself, you can be able to what? Achieve more. We build leaders, we trace leaders, and we raise leaders in one way or the other. Now, today we're bringing Miriam from Lebanon to you. And believe me, she's already in the studio while I introduce her to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Miriam. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thanks for coming to Expose It with Mr. Egalitarian. You're looking great.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here today, and through your platform, I'll be able to impact a lot of people. So, yeah, thank you for the opportunity to come here today.
Okay. All right. That's fantastic. I'm happy to see you. The world is happy to see you. The world is ready to learn from you. And ladies and gentlemen, all over the world, you're looking at Miriam Muhammad from Lebanon, a youth that has done a lot of things, that has raised leaders, that has raised people to do something great in their life. And she's still achieving more. I would believe she's still going to do more to better the world. Ladies and gentlemen, before Miriam speaks on the topic today, career in public speaking, I would like to make a citation. I want you to listen very well because the young leader is doing something great locally and globally. So, Miriam Muhammad is a 21 years old Palestinian refugee in Lebanon who is currently a senior undergraduate in medical laboratory sciences student study in Lebanon. She is the founder of Alam Mahay, an initiative to erase illiteracy among street children in Lebanon and introduce volunteerism among youth. Moreover, she's also the founder of Tamkin, which aims to enhance the quality of education services for Palestinian refugees in Lebanon. Our determination to help our community is clearly from all the work she did with the 7 NGOs she works within Lebanon, such as Red Cross, Food Bless, LOYAC, among others. Internationally, Miriam has worked with the World Health Organization to draft a resolution concerning mental health services in Lebanon, which was sent to the Ministry of Health in Lebanon as a part of the National Mental Health Program. And with Alt-Price Foundation, the world's largest competition to solve the world's toughest social challenges, she was the youngest director for 2 university campuses and an intern later on. Now, Miriam is a YLP advisory board for UNDP YLP, international speaker at different organizations globally, and a mentor in several programs in Lebanon, outside Lebanon. Currently, she's leading and conducting an international research about the COVID-19 pandemic disturbing the world. Soon, she will be launching her own startup to provide cheap, immediate, and available emergency medical services all over Lebanon. Miriam has been selected for several local and international fellowships and in programs around the world. Notable is the Harvard University Crossroad Emerging Leaders Program 2020 and MEPI Student Leaders in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you all the way from Lebanon, a Palestinian, Miriam Mohammed. You're welcome, Miriam.
Thank you for this lovely introduction, making everyone to get to know
You're
me.
welcome. You're much welcome to Expose It with Mr. Egalitarian. Now, we're talking about public speaking. We're talking about career in public speaking. We're talking about how people could get something better out of this speaking for the world, for their family, for the next generations to come.
All right.
So, let's have, ladies and gentlemen, Miriam to give us the presentation on the topic of today, career in public speaking. You have the floor now.
Thank you a lot. So guys, about public speaking, we always watch these TEDx talk where they go up on the stage and they start talking and everyone, their eyes is on them. So you wonder, what makes them so special? They just enchant us. We just want to look and stare at them and listen to every single word. For me, it was always a dream to be a speaker. But my first time at public speaking, it was so horrible. And I'm sure many of you have a similar experience. I went up on the stage. I started shaking, sweating, not even get a word out. I was so nervous about my speech. It was horrible. But the key to master the public speaking and to have a career in it is only one thing. It's practice. As anything in the world, when you do practice, they say practice make perfect. And same thing is applying to public speaking. So now I want all of you to think about that time that you went up on the stage and you were very, very, very bad. Because now, well, I'll say, the notes about public speaking, you'll be noticing the stuff that you did wrong and you know how to solve them. For today, I'm going to give you an outline for what we're going to talk about so you have an idea. So first, I'll be talking about the structure of the speech because it's very important, how to write the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. And after that, if anyone have any question, we can take it, and then we're going to proceed with the body language. Body language is so important in public speaking. We'll be talking about the hand gesture. We're going to talk about the eye contact. We're going to talk about the facial expression. We'll also be talking about the standing. The tiny details that we often don't think about, we'll be also talking about. So after that, also we'll be having question and answer for anyone who have any questions. All right, so let's get started. So we'll have time to take all of your questions. So about writing the speech, as anything in the word, even as an essay, we have an introduction, we have a body, and finally we have a conclusion. First, and for me, the most important is the introduction. If I now went in and I was like, hello everyone, my name is Miriam Mohammed, this, that, you'll be interested. But what I did in the start, something called hook. Hook is something that makes you attracted. They hook you. They want to attract you. So I did something, I did a connection with all of you. Because I believe all of you watched TEDx or watched something so popular in public speaking. And you start thinking about that scene. Yes, they are so famous. They are so attractive. So while I was speaking, you were thinking about it. So that's how you use the hook. The hook, you use it to attract your audience, make them listen to what you say. Even if you are talking about potatoes, you're talking about, I don't know, it's not that it's funny or like it doesn't make any sense. If you were attractive in the start, and whatever topic you were talking about, you can hook them. So the most important thing in the introduction, the hook. And I'll be giving you an example. So let's say I have a speech about the effect of corona pandemic around the world. So I'm gonna say now like an introduction, and like I need you to think, is it good or bad? So hello everyone. As we all know, we have corona pandemic right now in the world. It have affected so many people in a negative way, and a lot of us has suffered from it. For me, if anyone started a speech that way, I would be so bored. I would not even listen to this presentation, even if the information was so interesting, because it did not attract me. On the other hand, if I start using 1 million people all around the world got coronavirus, thousands lost their job, a lot of people no longer have any income. This pandemic has crushed all humanity all around the world, and many are suffering. Which one you like the most? The first one or the second one? For me, I think I would be more attracted for the second one. And I hope so you like the second one too. Unless you're type of a listener who like monotonous speeches. Some people do like it and it's totally. So that's about the introduction. Another thing about the introduction is what you include in it. So the hook, once something important, it can be a story. It can be a number, like a huge statistic. So once I was watching a business presentation about something related to the toilet, and they were talking about how much toilet paper do we use. The statistic was so shocking. All the room was listening so hard to the presentation. So those statistics can make a huge impact by attracting the people. Like we thought, like people have corona like 1 million, but they may be like 2, 3, 5, 6 million. So those statistics actually is shocking for our audience. You can use them as a hook. Or you can start by telling a funny story, and I'll be giving you an example. Once I had a speech about how the youth are migrating outside their countries. So I can also start with statistics, but I found something so funny to start with. So it was a story between an old man and the youth. The old man was saying for the youth, the child came and told the old man, "Old man, I no longer know how to eat by the hand. Like he needs and everyone to assist him." The old man replied, "I know that too, because old people need someone to help them." Then he say, "I can no longer go around on my own. I need everyone with me all the time." And the old man also said, "I know, I need that too." Then the small boy started whispering to him, "I wet my bed." The old man came and said, "I do that too." And so the small child came and said to him, "So sad. Adults no longer take care of me." The old man held his hand and said, "I know that too." So it's funny, it's attractive, it's new, and the reason behind it is to tell how much youth nobody is looking at them. All people are neglecting them. So the hook is to be unique, not to be ordinary, to be an extraordinary person when you present. That's why when you start, you need to start with a hook. That's about the introduction. As we know, other than the hook, we need to put an introduction that will be attractive to them and use words. Now that was the introduction. To go to the second part, which is the body. The body is so important because inside the body, we are telling the information, we are telling the bulk, because you are explaining everything. Back to our corona spirit that now we are creating on the spot. So we're gonna talk about the effect of corona. So let's say I'm gonna talk about the social effect, the economical effect, and I'm gonna talk about the mental effect, which is health-wise other than the physical health. So inside the body, you need to know how to split your information. You need to put them in a chronological way. When you put them in a way which is people can follow the flow, they won't get lost, and all the information will be stuck in their mind. So let's say I want to talk about 3 effects. I said about economy, I said about the mental health, and I said about, let's say, the society. So first, I'll be talking about the economy, explaining all of it, then putting a small transitional sentence. I'm going to give an example. Due to corona, a lot of people lost their job. Thousands of people lost all the job that they have. The unemployment rate increased to 50%. And those impacted our economy tremendously. Nobody is making any goods anymore. Nobody is doing anything. And another effect by corona that also affected a lot of people, but nobody is actually talking about it, is mental health. So I did transitional sentence between this effect and this effect. So you want it to be connected. Yes, they are different ideas with different concepts, but they are under the same umbrella, the impact of corona. That's why you need something to join them all together and to do a smoother transition, not to sound stiff or sound fake. You need something to make it very smooth while you transition. That's about the body. The body for me is kind of the easiest because you have the information, the data, the statistics in front of you, and you just have to find an attractive way to tell them. And those we'll be learning about in the body section. That's about the body. Explain a lot, give examples, put statistics, and between the paragraphs and the ideas, put transitional sentence. Finally, when you write a speech, the conclusion. The introduction is very crucial, but also the conclusion is extremely crucial. The conclusion is how you end. Imagine you are building a building. The base was amazing, the body was perfect, but the ending was bad. What's the point in that building? It would be useless. Same thing for your speech. Even if it was amazing, it was extraordinary, but the conclusion was not nice, nobody would remember your speech. You need to make your speech memorable, every single detail in it. And of course, again, all of that by practice. Nobody is born perfect public speaker. So in your conclusion, you're going to use the hook. You need to put a summary about all your ideas and put something so attractive. So let's say, once I had a speech about 3 children, and I started the introduction with, we see, but we look, but we don't see. We listen, but we don't hear. So in the ending, I repeated the exact same quote. So again, I'm insisting on that concept that actually some people, we are looking at stuff, but we are not really seeing what they are feeling and what they are meaning. So if you have this point that you are insisting on all over your speech, you can repeat it. Does repetition make an impact? So in your conclusion, other than the summary, you can do stuff like repetition, you can find another statistics, you can do a very brief summarization in a very attractive way. Your audience have that impact. And also in your conclusion, you make people I'm not recommend, you say if you saw a problem in your community, stand up for it. Have the courage to do it. Because Emma Watson speech in the UN, if not me, who? If not now, when? For me, this is so impactful to start with or to end with. Because when people witness problems in their community, if they did nothing about it, nobody will. Stand up for something you see wrong in your community and solve it. Make people have this confidence and courage. Empower them through your speeches. Any topic that you're talking about, even a presentation at the university, make people feel that they are empowered. They will enjoy the speech. They will listen to what you have to deliver to them. That's the trick about public speaking. You need to connect with your audience. And connecting with your audience is not just about telling the speech, having amazing information. Even if you have an amazing information without it being attractive and you can do this connection with your audience, it means nothing. So the first step in doing an amazing speech is the preparation of the material. And when you do more practice, you don't even have to prepare. You can go before 5 minutes and do the whole speech. You can write it down. So the more you practice, the better you become. So the first part, prepare it. Introduction, put a hook and put an introduction about the topic. The body, the bulk material with the statistics and transitional sentence between different ideas. The conclusion, another hook with a summary or an action for the people to take. Depends on whether if you have a presentation, maybe if it's a presentation medical, you can do further research. So it depends, but put something for people to push forward. So that's about the first part. It's not that hard. When you actually have a passion for what are you talking about, it's very easy to prepare the material. And by practice, you're going to be amazing at writing the speech. So for now, I don't know if anyone have any questions they can ask about writing or share with us other experiences that they have, so we can comment about it. So yeah, if anyone have any question, please do let me know. Is there any?
All right, that was a very beautiful one from Miriam in the first set of our presentation. And you're watching Expose It with Mr. Egalitarian, speaking with Miriam on career in public speaking, Miriam Mohammed from Lebanon. Viewers out there, if you have any question, please ask before she goes to the second step. Now, on my own part, Miriam, I have a question. And my question is it good to be nervous on stage? Is it something natural to be nervous on stage, despite the fact that you have your presentation intact? Is it normal to be nervous on stage?
All right. So by experience, it's not nervousness, it's excitement. I used to think I was nervous when I go up on the stage,
Hmm.
but it's not being nervous. You are so excited. You are mistaking it to be nervous. That's what I actually noticed. Because if you notice too, when you start speaking, the first like half a minute, all of this nervousness disappears and you become very happy while presenting. So it's not actually being nervous. You are so excited. It not doesn't make you nervous. It like give you the feeling that you are nervous, but you are so excited to go up there. Because when you go to do public speaking, you are the center of attention. Everyone is listening to your message, and you are so excited to do it. And the more you do it, the more that you fall in love with it. So we feel excited so much that we're mistaking it for being nervous. So no, it's not nervous. It's totally fine to be excited before your speech, but no, it's not being nervous.
All right, there is a question on the screen for you. I don't know if you see that.
It's
A
really
question from Diana Anache. Yeah.
all right. So,
Could you see that on the screen?
yeah, I can see. What if you lose your confidence? How do you regain the speech? Alright, so it's perfectly normal to happen. You're in the middle of your speech, maybe you forgot the words, maybe people are looking at you in a mean way and you lose focus. It all happens public speaking. Sometimes you have a rough audience. Sometimes there are purely mean people. We're always gonna have this one mean person in the room trying to break you down. So I'm gonna break down this.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's a very good question, Diana. And hello, Diana. So let's say you were giving the talk in about I don't Corona, because now it's the topic all around the world, and I forgot the statistics. I have no idea how many people died, and it's very crucial for my speech. So literally, I would freeze on the stage. But you don't have to be super precise. So let's say I put the exact same number in my speech. I say 1,213 people died. So if I remember the approximation of that number, I can say approximately, and I say 1,000 or 2,000. When you say approximately, there is no like something precise or accurate. That if you forgot the number. But if you forget the content of the speech, you need to learn how to improvise. Improvise is a very important word with a whole different session. But how do you improvise? I can give you an activity that I do with my friends. What I do is I write down 30 topics. I write chairs, sky, skiing, I don't know, food, pork. So I give them the topic and I give them 1 minute to give me a speech. I give them no breaks. So the 1 minute is over, I bring the next speech, then the next speech, next speech. Then they learn how to think very fast. Your brain starts to know, okay, I have no idea about this topic, how I'm going to talk about it. You learn how to improvise. So if you want to know how to learn how to improvise, do that. Write several topics. For each topic, time yourself about 1 to 2 minutes and start speaking immediately without thinking. And your brain will get to use to know how to speak without even knowing anything about it. You know how to improvise, how to make things up on the stage. So sometimes it happened to me so many times.
Yeah.
I hate memorizing speeches. I hate memorizing in general. So I have 5 minutes speech and I'm in the middle of the speech and I have no idea what's the next point and I cannot remember. I'll just go with the flow and start talking more about the topic, about the information, and change my whole speech. And if you ask anyone who prepares speeches, they never stick to the script. No one do the speech exactly the same way that they wrote it down. All of us change it, like the middle of it, the beginning. We just stick with the basics or the hook, the conclusion. Those stuff are constant, but everything in between it got lost. Like you just flip them, change them, tweak them. Another thing for you.
Yeah, that's that point.
You can relate with it, yeah?
Yeah, I think, yeah, of course. Diana is saying hi.
All right. So another problem, the mean one in the audience or in general mean audience. So yeah, sometimes there is this mean person, whatever are you doing, they are glaring at you or sitting right next to their friend and looking them and like laughing at you. This is like if you were confident, your confidence will decrease. But what you need to think about, how great and strong are you to come up on stage and talk in front of all of those people? You had the courage that nobody had to go up there and speak. Even if you did bad, or you did amazing or good, you should be proud of yourself. Sometimes there's those people who be mean, like I look at my audiences. And I see like sometimes they don't like what I'm talking about, which is totally fine. So they try like to break your spirit on the stage. But I remember how brave I was to go up there and start talking, even if I was not doing like well. So I be proud of myself and I start smiling again and speaking with more happy. Like you see with sudden change of mood, being super happy on the stage. So make yourself happy out there. And remember, it's a nice experience, as if you are trying something new, like in food. So let's say the first time I tried sushi, I hated it and I loved it. So it's an experience. Do it now and learn from it later. It's totally fine. Go up there, show yourself, and remember, you are brave to do so. So yeah, that's about when you lose confidence on the stage. Does anyone have any question? Again, I don't think so.
Okay, I think for now you can move on. You can move on for now. No question.
Alright, perfect. So, people don't like to listen a lot. They like to look, right? So, something so crucial about your public speaking is your body language. If you notice when I speak, I don't still stiff and I speak. No, I use my facial expressions, I use my body movement, I like increase, decrease my voice tone. So we're gonna be talking first about the hand gestures. There's so many mistakes. And I'm sure while I'll tell you, you're gonna think, oh, I was doing this mistake. I was doing all of them in the past. So first, I'll be starting with, we don't use it. Sometimes people, when they go up on the stage, they freeze. This is their first time maybe, or it's a very important presentation. They simply just freeze on the stage. And when they talk, they start talking and they don't use their body language. I'll give an example. Hello everyone, my name is Maryam Muhammad. Today I'll be talking about a very important topic, which is public speaking. You see something is missing, that they are so stiff on the stage. You don't feel that you are connecting with them. On the other hand, if I said, hello everyone, my name is Maryam Muhammad. Today I'll be talking about something so crucial to public speaking. Can you spot the difference? Yes, it have more life. You can connect more with me because I'm using my body language. Because you're not only focusing on my words, I'm coordinating what I'm saying with my hands. So that's the first mistake. We don't use our body language. The second mistake that we use, we don't coordinate them with our words. It's a very common mistake at university students. When they are presenting, they are afraid they're going to take a low mark at the presentation. So they will saying, be like, there is an increase in the profit. And suddenly they don't say increase. Let me check. Yeah. They don't say increase. They say increase. They are so worried about the grade. They are not coordinating their words with their body language. This way they do the opposite. They say there is a decrease in the profit, but they are saying increase with their hands. So the audience look, what are they talking about? They're saying decrease, but they are, by their hand, they're saying increase, but their tongue, they're saying decrease. Something very important to coordinate what are you saying with your body language and your hand gesture. So I cannot say something is increasing or decreasing and do the opposite. I cannot use my body language saying, there's another common mistake. Some people are saying increasing, they don't do like increasing, they say increasing and they go up there. So this is so distracting for your listener. You are talking and your hand is way above your head. It's so already decreasing, they actually, some people like reach for the floor decreasing. That would be so dramatic. You want to have some drama in your public speaking, but not too much drama, it would ruin it. So a trick to do, your collarbone or under your chin. Let's say the chin is the midpoint. Increasing will be the level of your forehead here. Decreasing will be in your collarbone. And neutrally, you'll be speaking here, like this. That's the neutral, that's the medium. So that will be increasing, that would be decreasing, and that would be the neutral. You don't have to go increasing above or decreasing, or no, that would be too distracting for the listener. So first we talk about how we don't use sometimes our hand gestures or we don't coordinate it. Now we're gonna talk about something called the Barney moves. I don't know how many of you is familiar with the purple dinosaur. Do you know Barney the dinosaur? I don't know if are you familiar with it? It's a huge violet purple dinosaur. He have his hand like this all the time. Yes,
Of course I am.
yeah.
Of
So
course.
his hand is like this all the time. Some people, they are so scared of presenting. When they present, their hands are like this. They're like, hello, increasing. They keep their hands so attached to their body. It's so awkward to watch it. And this is a very common mistake. The Barney move. People stick their hands to their bodies. So you need to watch out. One exercise you can do before presenting is to stretch a little bit, like do some stretching, breathe in and out, like make your body relax. And when you relax, you present like this, like this, that. You don't have to make it awkward and tiring. Like, hello everyone, my name is Mariam Muhammad. I'll be talking about the public. I feel relaxed. I can move my hands in the way that I want. Another tip, if you got nervous in your like you forgot or anything, you can always have a room to take 1 second, take a deep breath, and continue. It's fine to take a break because this break, your audience can catch up with you. Like now, I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to like grasp all those things in, and I'll take a breath. All right.
All right.
You have 2 more tips about it. Overdoing it. Once I was watching, I think somewhere in Apple or Microsoft presenting a new product, and the one who created it was so overdoing his hand gestures. He's like, look at this, that. You feel that they are punching you, they are attacking you with their hand gestures. Like you need to be relaxed and fluent with it. But he was like, look, this, that, and he was walking back and forth, back and forth. So the audience felt so dizzy and so attacked while watching it. So you need to watch out not to overdo it. It's very important because it happens. Sometimes we walk back and forth or like, look at this. This is a very So yeah, it happens. And when you start knowing those problems, you start noticing them. I didn't used to notice the problems that I used to take, but when I once knew about them, I was like, oh no, I was doing the Barney move. That's very bad. They start learning from your mistakes. Everyone do it. The last tip and gesture is I already explained it as like doing it high or low, because it's a very common mistake that people overdo it, because I need really to put a precise on it. Don't do like going high or going down. This is very bad by presenting. Just keep it within your head level. That would be good. And one tip, you don't like you have a presentation for university students here. If you have a presentation, never turn your back to your audience. This is a very common mistake. Even if you have data or you forget your data, you don't move all your back, you just go sideways. So your back would be to a wall, and you still have your face, half of it on the presentation and the other half for your audience. Never ever turn your back to your audience. It's rude, it's disrespectful, and it's totally a blowing for your presentation. And when you want to point, don't point using a finger. Pointing using finger is very bad, and like Hitler, like, no, you need to do this. Don't use a finger, use the full hand.
Like a warning.
Yes, it's like a dictator. Look at this presentation, look at this graph, look at this graph.
Yeah.
It's bad. Just say, look at the presentation, look at the data, it's so interesting. So use your full hand while pointing. So yeah, that's of the hand gesture. It's very entertaining to know, and when you actually start practicing, it's so much fun to notice those mistakes and start laughing out loud about the mistakes that you are doing. So yeah, that's the hand gesture. The second thing we need to learn about is our voice tone. So let's go back to me introducing myself. I'll go like, hi everyone, my name is Mariam Muhammad. Today I'll be talking about public speaking. I hope you like the topic. I cannot even do it. That would be so sleepy, so monotonous. If a presenter came up, it happens in the conferences, by the way. If you attend the conference, a lot of speakers speak in that way. So by the beginning of like 5 minutes, you'll be so out of topic, grabbing your phone, connecting the Wi-Fi in the conference, playing video games or something. You don't want to be talking in the same voice tone. So if you have a very big number, you're gonna be like, 1 million people. You put an emphasis on it. You increase your voice tone on it. If you are talking about something sad, you need to show it in your voice tone. So, let's say an example. 1 million people died of corona. Imagine someone having this excitement in their voice while talking about the number of the death. That would be unhuman. So we can change it in a better way. 1 million people died from corona. My voice is loud. My voice is precise, but doesn't show any happiness or excitement. It shows that I'm sad, that I'm affected by this. Statistic. So it's very important to coordinate your voice tone with the message that you are saying, with your hand, and with your emotions. We're talking more about the emotions. So your volume. If we are scared, we decrease our volume, or some people shout. We had this amazing presenter. The only problem, he shouts. He does not speak. His voice was so loud, you cannot understand the word of what he was saying. One thing very important is your volume. You don't need to increase it, nor to decrease it. You need to have it in a moderate way. Depends on the size of the room. So if the room was huge, and your audience is not directly in front of you, you need to increase your volume if there was no microphone. If the room was small, you don't need to increase it, because it would be annoying and so much painful for your audience to feel like someone is shouting at them. The only situation I had to actually increase my voice, it was like the beginning of Corona. I was in a refugee camp giving an awareness about Corona. We had to do social distancing, and there were hundreds of people. I had a microphone. I had to shout so I can get the message out there. So you need to look all of logistics, the size of the room, the number of people, and everything around. But don't shout, or don't speak in a very low voice. That would see I'm not confident about speaking. You need to show that you are confident, that you want to be safe. So yeah. Second thing we talked about is similar to a break, but it's the pause. When you are saying something emotional or a big statistic, you don't want to be doing it in one run. You need to put pause. I'll give you an example about an emotional message. Poverty had affected more than 2 million people. 2 million people suffer from poverty. They have no food on their table. For days, months, or maybe years, they barely ate anything. Those pauses that you are doing, not the people that grasp how impactful, how sad the information that you are delivering. So sometimes pauses are very crucial to make your presentation wow them, or your speech make them say, wow, those words touched me. They make me feel other people are suffering. So pauses are very important in your speeches, especially in your body. In your body, there's so many information you need to deliver. And without giving pauses or a few seconds for them to grasp the information, your message will be gone. So pauses is very, very, very crucial. Another thing that is important in the voice tone is your emotion. It's a very big part. Emotion does not only show by actions, or only shows by your eyes. It also shows by your voice. Let's take an everyday example. Your mom cooked your favorite food at home, and someone told you to describe that day. So I'll think about that day and I smile and I talk about so much excitement. I returned home from university. I was so tired. Then I saw the shawarma plate in front of me. I become very excited because it's something that I love. My happiness shows through my voice tone. And when I talk about a very sad topic, and when you talk about sad topic, your voice go down, but stay precise. Your emotions flow through it. When you are talking, let's say, about someone close to you died, or a very unfortunate event, immediately your voice tone just change. And the same thing should go into your speech. If you are talking about a topic that is so sad, think about it, how much does it affected that person? That's how you're gonna connect with your audience. You'll put them in an environment they can feel it. They can feel the sadness, the angriness, the happiness, whatever emotions that you felt that experience or that day or the message, you can feel it. So your voice tone is very crucial to deliver this emotional connection with your audience. That's why when we are using our voice tone, we're not only getting the word out there. No, we are speaking the whole speech through our voice tone, by the emotion, by the poses, by how we do deliver it, by showing that we are confident, by everything that we do while we monitor our voice tone is very important. So a little revision about what we learned. So I'll give you like few seconds break. So we talked about how to write the speech, the introduction of the hook, the body, the bulky material, and the conclusion, the summary, and also then the second thing, our body language. We need to know how to use our hand gestures, what could go wrong and how to correct it, our voice tone, and how crucial it is. I'm gonna talk about something else, which is our facial expression. So I gave an example a few minutes ago. If I'm talking about a very sad topic and I'll be smiling, would anyone actually connect with my message if I was smiling? Like, imagine you are in a funeral and you are smiling. That would be so creepy. Same thing for your speech.
That's gonna
You
be
are
wrong.
There's what's wrong with that person? It's a funeral. They should be sad. Or imagine you are talking about finding the
Yeah.
coronavirus and you're like, oh, we found a cure for coronavirus. People will no longer die. I'll be saying, people are no longer dying. I'll be so happy about it. Not like, oh, people won't die anymore. So, your facial expression are so crucial. You need to deliver your message. When you are saying something sad, don't smile. That's so creepy. Don't do it. Be sad about it. Feel the pain that you are
Yeah.
talking about something sad. You are talking about something happy. Smile. Show the world that you are happy about it. It's a happy memory. Show your emotions, not only by your voice, but by your facial expression. Smile, get angry, use your eyebrows, use your eyes. You have all the muscles in your face for a reason. To use them. So pay attention for the facial expression. Coordinate them. Public speaking is about coordination between your speech, the writing of the speech, between your facial expression, between your voice tone, and between your hand gestures. It may seem hard to coordinate all of these, but one thing I do, just imagine it in your head. Alright, I'm going upstage. I want to start by doing this or that. So, okay, I'm saying increase. I'm increasing my hand. I should be increasing my voice. The profit is increasing to 9,000. So all of these you coordinated together, you have a concrete and amazing speech. One last thing we need to be talking about, our standing and the eye contact. So there's a lot of people who are shy and they don't want to do a direct eye contact. One trick that I learned, you can let's say say to the people that you are looking at them, but you're not, to look here in the middle of your forehead. So if you look in the middle
Yeah.
of the forehead, people will think that you are looking at them, but you're not. You're just looking at their forehead because it's in between in their eyes here, like above your iris a little bit. It looks like you're looking at them, but you're not. So if you are shy and you don't like to make a direct eye contact, just look in between their forehead in the middle. Another thing that you can actually do is, let's say people are sitting in rows and like you're not focusing on the forehead. So people will be sitting like this person and the person in the second row will be in the middle. So you'll be looking at like the in-between shoulders, because in between shoulders, the people in the front row will think that you're looking at the people in the middle and the second row, and you will actually be looking at the space. And they won't be actually noticing. They think you are making eye contact, and the people behind you will actually think that.
Wow.
So if you don't want to look at the forehead, just look in between, and people will think that you're looking at someone in the middle. And one thing, you need to move your head.
Amazing.
So now I'm gonna be talking about the standing and how you can make the good eye contact. Again, for the TEDx, We always see this red carpet, the circular one on the ground. But did you ever notice they don't step out of it unless like they want to grab something? They always stay within that circle. Did anyone ever wonder why? Why do they still in this circle? I'll tell you the reason. When you move, some people move back and forth, imagine now I'm talking, I can't talk, but let's say I'm talking to you like this and this. Hi, my name is Mariam today. You're gonna be distracted. I'll get this, you'll get this.
Just like a drama.
Exactly. So one thing about the standing, you don't want to be moving back and forth. You need to split it. And for that, I'll actually be drawing it because I cannot explain it unless I actually do it. So I'll do myself here. I'll draw my audience. Now I'll show you the drawing just a minute. Position 1, 2, 3. Alright. The drawing is over. Alright. Hopefully it will show good on the camera. Alright, can you see me? This is Mariam.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Okay.
I'll be presenting here, yes, the person, you know. So I'll be standing in the middle, let's say for 2 minutes explaining the introduction. I'll be done with the introduction. Then it will be boring just to stay in my place. So I slowly walk here to the second position, the second circle here. Let me check, you know, here. I slowly walk and I decrease the fast, like how fast I'm speaking to get to position 2. Then I stand on position 2 and also start talking for like 2 to 3 minutes. Then I go back slowly to my original position. Then I speak for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, depends on how long is my speech. Then I move to the final position here and I start talking. Same. So you need to alternate, but you don't go from position 1 to 2, then 3. No, you go 1, 2, you speak, then 2 to 1, then speak, then 1 to 3, then you speak, then 3 to 1, then you speak. Don't be just moving back and forth. You need to give time for your audience to adjust for the change. So I was in this position, I spoke, I slowly walked, then I stood, then I spoke. Then I slowly turned back. Then I was speaking. Then I was slowly going to other position and speak. This, they won't feel dizzy. They won't feel uncomfortable. And you'll be giving the attention for the whole room, not only one division. Let's say this is my audience. I want to split it into 3 parts. So I'll be middle, left, and right. So you need to know how to coordinate it in a way they won't make them feel uncomfortable. And the tip for public speakers who have like an important speech, there's always distraction. One thing you can do is go for the venue where I'm going to present. You don't want it to have any window behind you. So I have a window behind me, but behind me there is no cars, there is no people, there is no noise. So if the window will be open to the street or I don't know, to the people behind me, my audience will start staring at my background, not me. And that would be so distracting, especially in the impactful speeches. You don't need anything behind you to distract them. Even if there was like a big bulb or painting, that would be distracting. So always in your presentation, you need to find a place where there's no windows behind you or something that would distract your audience a lot. It can be something like simple or little, but nothing big like that can distract them. So yeah, that's about the standing. And in the TEDx, this circle, what they do, in the TEDx, the audience is straightforward in front of you. So you don't have to do the alternation that I was talking about. Triangle. So the circle is how much can you move. So let's say I'm moving from this side. This is Mariam. Alright? Mariam is here. I'm gonna explain with my chin so you can say like the difference. Mariam is here. And my audience is right in front of me. So the circle, the diameter of the circle is I can go like this or I can go like this. So I can move just like I'm opening my leg. How much can you open your leg? Like if you are walking 1 step, you can do 1 step to the right and speak there, or 1 step to the left. And going behind those margins would be very bad because TEDx, like how the audience are like positioned, they cannot do that. All right, so that's about the standing. you need to stand, depending on your audience. If you have this V audience, you need to do the V shape by standing first in the middle, then you walk a little bit, second position, you go back and forth, etc. And your audience is right in front of you. What can you do just to alternate as if you are walking one step to the right, then the middle, then one step to the left, then to the middle. That will be the circle that they do, the diameter, if you notice. They just go around it, they don't go out of it. So this is about the voice stand, the hand gesture, and the standing. If you add all of these up, you'll have an amazing speech. You prepare the content, the introduction, body, conclusion. You know how to use your body language, your facial expression, your voice tone, your hand gesture, and your standing, and how to eliminate distraction. By that, you'll present an amazing speech, a memorable speech, and something your audience would love. So now I'll be opening the floor for question and answer. Our session is over for today. Those are the most important things that you need while you do public speaking. So if anyone have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I can see them on my screen. So yeah, if anyone have any question, please do let me know. Yeah. So yeah, I was telling them about if they have any questions. I don't know if you have any questions. Feel free to ask me. Can you hear me? First, I think there's a problem with the sound.
All right.
The voice is slightly.
All right. That was a very beautiful one from Miriam. I think Miriam, you can hear me now.
Yeah, the voice, like, can you increase it a little bit? It sounds a little bit low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but the voice. Let me check. Can you increase the volume a little bit?
Can you hear me? Okay.
Did you try?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but the voice is kind of low. Let me check if I
can you hear me?
Try putting the earphones on. All right. Try speaking now. Let me check if the volume is better.
Can you hear me?
It's so much
can
better.
You hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah. I was asking if they have any questions to ask, so drop them in the comments below, or if you have any questions to ask me. Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, that's very good. I think that was a technical error. I think that was a technical error from the server. So okay, yeah, that's fine. Now you're watching Expose It with Mr. Egalitarian, and the topic today is career in public speaking with Miriam Mohammed from Lebanon, a beautiful global leader that has been doing something great all around the world to make change, and she's been impacting a lot. And believe me, I've heard a lot today, and I've learned a lot from this beautiful young lady that has been making impact all around. And I'm super excited today that we could be able to reach the hour mark because the answers being given so far so good, and the speech have been fantastic. Wow. And fabulous because you cannot go anywhere in the world without seeing people doing something great. And those part of people, Miriam from Lebanon. Lebanon is doing great. Palestine is doing great. And every other people in the world that are making global impact, they're doing great. So if you're looking for those part of people in this overall world, Go to Lebanon, you see Miriam Muhammad, and I'm sure you're going to learn a lot from her. So, Miriam, my question to you now regarding the speech on the stage, the control and everything. Now, sometimes when you find yourself on the stage, you can hear me now, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Now, the question from the stage is that some people are nervous, all right?
Mhm.
They're nervous and afterwards they get themselves back. But sometimes their voice is not deep enough to get to the audience. What
Mhm.
should be done to this in a large crowd of, let's say, 500,000 people? What should
Mhm.
be done? A person that doesn't have a deep voice, what should
All
the
right.
person do in making sure that he or she gets to the crowd more than expectation?
All right. So if they have a huge crowd and they know it beforehand, first they should just request for a microphone because no matter how loud your voice is or how loud you can increase it, very hard to actually try to get people a microphone. So one thing to do is to ask first how much audience is going to attend the session, and if the microphone is available. Because with no microphone, that would be very hard. And if you don't have any voice, what can you do is to practice in front of the mirror about how much can you increase your voice. For me, I used to speak in a very, very like tiny and a very low voice. But when I stood in front of the mirror and I started testing out the way that I can speak in, I noticed, yes, I can have this loud but clear voice, which I was not shouting. So you need to go in front of the mirror and try practicing different type of voices. And which one is more better for you, you can try it and you can speak very well with it. So even if you don't have a deep voice, by practicing, a lot of girls have not a deep voice, but they have like a precise voice. So just practice in front of the mirror, and if you have a large audience, ask for a microphone because you definitely need it.
All right. What about public speakers who leave the podium, the stage, and start moving
Mhm,
around? What do you
mhm,
say about those kind of people? Instead of them to
mhm,
maintain the stage, they go down and they start moving around to see people. You understand
mhm.
now? So, what do you say about them? Is it a kind of good practice in public speaking world or a kind of style that some people adopt?
Alright. So for this, there is two case scenarios. The first case scenario of there is a podium. The podium is on the stage. Then the speaker went off the stage between the speakers. So it actually depends on the type of the speech that you are doing. So for motivational speeches, sometimes you need like to go with your audience and ask them directly. So if you want on the stage, you want an interactive speech in which you can connect with your audience, you cannot still stiff on the stage even if you applied all what I gave you. Just a minute. Alright, the camera is on again. So yeah, if you are giving a motivational speech, you need to go with your audience and make it interactive. So I'm talking more about the formal speeches when you don't have the opportunity to go in between them. But when we are talking about a motivating topic, you're gonna go and ask them, what do you think about the corruption in our country? And they're gonna give their opinion. So in those kind of speeches, it's actually bad to stay put on the podium. Also, the movement is very, very planned. They don't go randomly. They know in what way they want to go. They don't move randomly like back and forth. Back and forth movement all the time is bad. You don't need to move back and forth. They move in a systematic way as a square from point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. And they go diagonal. They don't go like this or that. This is very distracting. So they have a plan. How many like opinion they want to take, the way that you are going to walk there. So all of this is planned. And the second case scenario, if the podium and there is no space on the podium. So sometimes people get tired of the podium. Now I'm gonna give the podium by the way. If you are scared when you are speaking, sometimes your hands start shaking, which is also can be very visible. If you have a podium, you can hold into the podium, and when you feel your hands are more relaxed, you can actually use your hands. It's one trick I used to do in my presentation at the beginning, I used to hold into the podium until I feel like, okay, I'm now more confident. I start using my hands and they are no longer shaky. So if you have a podium, and you can use it that way to hide a little bit that you are scared. And yeah, back to the main. So yeah. So if you don't like standing in the same position all the time, if you have like a microphone or like this microphone with the ear thingy, you can move around. It's totally fine, but also move in a systematic way. You can move like back, then you stay put, and so like let's say you teach for 4 minutes, then you move to another position, then you stay put. Depends on how much distance that you have or how much space do you have. But you can move off the podium, but mostly for formal speeches, it's distracting for the audience. You can apply all what I gave you, and that would be an amazing speech. So basically, it's about the speech type, the space, and who are you doing the speech to.
That's a very beautiful one. I really grab a lot from there, and I believe that as a public speaker, I've faced many things. So some points gotten from you today has really helped a lot because I'm going to be applying those things, and I believe that the world has just started to see something yet because I have gotten some answers from Miriam Muhammad, and that was an enlightened mode. Thank you so much, Miriam, and I really appreciate you coming to the program, Expose It with Mr. Egalitarian. And believe me, we are proud of you. The world is proud of you. Nigeria, Africa, and all of the people around this globe, we are really proud of you. And we believe that you're going to have a lot of career pursuits in life and you're going to benefit more in everything you do. Now, before you go, I want you to just tell us in just 2 minutes, in next 5 years now, where should we be seeing
Mhm.
Mayor Muhammad in next 5 years regarding your initiative? You know, we're talking about Alan Mahay, we're talking about Tom King. In the next 5 years, what should we expecting from you?
Alright, for me, my plans for the future. This year I'll be graduating from university for my BS, and I'll be applying for my PhD in the United States in Harvard and Ivy League universities. So I'll be doing medical research about immunity diseases for our immunology. So yeah, I'll be doing this research in American universities as a PhD without my master. So also, of course, Al Mahai will be keep going here in Lebanon. And my team, I have board members, is people I trust with. They're gonna be leading the initiative, and I'll be managing it from the United States. Finger crossed if I got accepted. And hopefully, I'll be opening my own business soon. So finger crossed about that too.
Okay, maybe someday we meet in United States. You never know. Someday I will just go,
Maybe
Miriam.
I'm
Oh, could it be Kabir? Yeah, that's how the world is. Maybe someday we'll meet in United States. So I really appreciate the fact that you answered the call and you were here and you gave all your best. In fact, I enjoyed myself a lot. And I believe that this video will still get more and more and more wider to larger people that will learn from it because I cannot leave this just here. It's something that people would need to learn from. I really, really appreciate the people of Lebanon who gave you that courage to do more. I really give Palestinians and the likes of Asians the kudos for giving birth to a wonderful human being like you to this world. And I really appreciate you a lot for coming to expose it. We build leaders where we raise leaders, where we give confidence to global youth doing something good outside there. Thank you so much, Miriam, for coming. And I really appreciate you. Your final word to the viewers and to your friends across the globe, Nigeria, Africa, and Lebanon, for example, and the whole wide world.
Thank you for having me today again. And I want to say for our audience today, if they think they're not leaders or change makers by attending the session that you are giving through your platform, they are actually looking to do impact. And this is enough to call yourself a change maker. Change maker isn't a person who's doing a huge change. It's an accumulated effort. So by actually attending session and trying to improve yourself and to learn more, you are a change maker because yourself and to know how to impact your community. So I want each one of you to actually be proud of yourself because you're all looking to develop yourself and how to create a change. So yeah, thank you for attending today, and I hope I benefited you, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Miriam. It's been a wonderful time with you. Um, my regards to everyone over there in Lebanon, and maybe someday we meet in the United States. All right.
Someday.
All right. All right. Take good care of yourself. Bye bye for now.
Bye. Have a great day, everyone.
All right, it's Expose It with Mr. Egalitarian. I am Ogunkayode Kabru Olaitan, and people call me Mr. Egalitarian, as you've seen. Now, we're still going to bring you more of great people to this platform. And I believe that we are going to go together to that world that everyone will see reality, the youth all across the globe doing something great. You need to come around. Let's see you, what you do. If it's a brand promotion, you want to promote what you have, bring it here. Solution Dreamers Network has brought to you Expose It with Mr. Egalitarian. Expose whatever you're doing with us. Expose your business, expose your career, so that people can see you, patronize you, have contact with you, businesses, great business, so that you can be able to enjoy yourself. You cannot do it alone. You cannot make it alone. You need people, you need network, you need collaboration. Collaborative efforts all over the world can make you go global. That is how you make it in life, because it is not how big a head is, but the quality and quantity of information that is there. The more you do, the more you get, the more you see, the less you know. So you better start seeing now. And before I go, I would like to tell you that Expose It with Mr. Gaetano, once again, is based on promoting brands, promoting youth, promoting leaders, promoting, showing various things that great leaders, youth, adults, and the young ones, what they do to better the world. We're showing it here live, not outside, recorded and bring it or edited. We're showing it live so that everyone can see it. If you're interested in our program, just message us at 0066504322. If you're not a Nigerian or you are not in our location, you have +2348066504322. It's all about business. It's all about career. It's all about entrepreneurship. It's all about leadership and mentorship. It's all about relationship and family. It's all about culture and tradition. And we believe that by doing this, you can be able to learn more and provide solutions to yourself. Nigeria is a better country. Nigeria will continue to be better. The whole wide world is waiting for you. Your experience, share it here with us. You are going to go places. A wonderful thanks to everybody, my viewers who have been there. So since the start of this program till now, you are a wow. Thank you for giving me the courage to continue. Thank you for today. Thank you for yesterday. Thank you for all the time. And I want to thank once again Miriam from Lebanon, Miriam Muhammad, for coming to share with us today. Next is another global leader that will be sharing his experience with us next week. Now, I'm not even talking about next week. We're talking about this week, Saturday. Meet us again. And believe me, we're going to go global together. We win together. We get everything together. I want to say bye for now and have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday ahead. Goodbye.